Today I'm gonna do a detailed analysis verse by verse of the lyrics of X or Multiply by System of a Down. If you don't know this song, there's a link here in the description for you to listen to it. Before beginning, I would like to say that the lyrics are highly interpretative, so there may be many different and coherent interpretations. This here is mine. And System of a Down as a group are famous for lyrics that sometimes seem not to make much sense. And sometimes I really have this impression because some of their lyrics really seem not to make sense. Even they joke about it. They say that some of their songs mean nothing. But we know that it's probably not entirely true. So let's see what we can say about the lyrics. Give this video a like. If you want more videos about System of a Down, let me know in the comments below what should be the next lyrics analyzed, and let's begin. Let's begin with the title, X. That's it, there's nothing else. The only thing that I can say is if you know other System of a Down songs, you probably noticed that their titles usually don't appear in the lyrics. So let's see if the title X appears in the lyrics. The first verse is tell the people that arrive. Tell the people, let them know. That arrive. Where? We don't know yet. We don't need to multiply. Okay, let's think. Arrive where? Country. If so, these people that arrive are immigrants. So when he says we don't need to multiply, it means we don't need more immigrants. We don't need immigration. But what else could it mean? Where they arrive. It could be maybe the world. So arrive would mean to be born. So tell the people that arrive, tell the people that are being born, tell the new generations that we here, if that's the case, would be the human race. We humans. We don't need to multiply. So it would be about overpopulation. So we don't need to overpopulate the earth. And if it's about immigration, we means we people who live in this country, who are not immigrants. So in a way, if we think about these two possibilities, this part would be anti-immigration or anti-overpopulation. Okay, let's see the other verses. Show your people how we died. So here we can think that it's related to the verses above. So show your people how we died. How they died is probably a consequence of the immigration or of the overpopulation. We still don't know. But immigration and overpopulation are forms of multiplication. So we are multiplying by reproducing, by having more babies, or we are multiplying by going to the same place. Either way, it's probably what caused their death. And if you need to show your people how we died, it means that your people don't know the past, don't know how these other people died. We still don't know who are who here. We don't need to nullify, no need to nullify, die. Die here, we don't have much context, but we can think that it could be a wish, for example. So I hope that you die, that you people who are arriving here in this country, in this region, or in the world are being born. I hope that you all die. Or maybe it could be even worse. It could be an act. It could be the act of killing. So again, if it's a country, a region, immigration, killing these people, these immigrants. If it's the world in general, if it's we multiplying as a species, it would be killing the human race, killing all humans. But as I said, we don't have much context here, so we don't know. So again, here it's we versus you. If we are thinking about immigration again, we as a group. So it could be a reference to a genocide. So we as a group don't need to nullify, don't need to be nullified. In the sense, nullify could be to die, to be killed. That's why it could maybe be a genocide. But if we here is we as humans, nullify could be to spay, to neuter, to abort. In both cases, we could think that these could be consequences of overpopulation, because overpopulation brings many different problems. So the nullification here could maybe be an answer, a solution for the problem of overpopulation. But they are saying that we don't need to nullify. So the solution is not a good one. So killing other groups, as in a genocide, or spaying, neutering, or aborting all babies are not really good solutions. These would be ways of undoing the multiplication, which could also be killing in general. Genocide, as I said, war, capital punishment. I am saying so many different things because the lyrics are really open-ended. They are really unspecific, so they are highly interpretative. And then they say, ask our people what is right. We don't need to multiply, no need to multiply. So they are asking you to ask your people their opinion. And what should they ask? They don't say it explicitly here, but it's probably, do we need to multiply? That is the question. But ask your people what is right, so they would probably agree that what is right is not to multiply, because that's what the lyrics about. Multiplying here meaning overpopulation. Because as I said, the overpopulation can cause conflicts, for example, for territory, ethnicity, religion, or for resources. Water shortage, starvation, depletion of natural resources, pandemics. Okay, that's it. That's the whole lyrics. What can we think about it? And is it really about immigration or about overpopulation? I would say that it's about both. That it's about overpopulation, about multiplying our species, and about immigration. The beginning would be about overpopulation. When they say, tell the people that arrive, we don't need to multiply. I would say that it's not about immigration here, because here they are against the multiplication. So they would be against immigration. But they are Armenians, so they are immigrants in the United States. They are from families of immigrants. So it wouldn't make much sense if they would be against immigration. They are very political and engaged band. It wouldn't make sense to have lyrics against immigration when they talk about it all the time and not against it. So the first part would be about overpopulation, about having too many people on this planet. And we could say that in general they are left-wing, so they wouldn't be against abortion, for example. And the second part of the lyrics, I would say that it's about violence and genocide. So when they say, show your people how it died, we don't need to nullify. Show your people, show the people that don't know history, don't know the past, don't know what happened to us, how we died. We don't need to nullify, we don't need to kill other people just because they are different from us. And I would say that the second part isn't about us multiplying as a species, because it doesn't seem to make much sense. Because how would we explain, show your people how we died? Why exactly would it be related to multiplying as a species? But if we consider that it's about genocide, it makes much more sense, because how we died, how we were killed. We don't need to nullify, we don't need to kill each other. And at the end, it's something more general. Ask our people what is right. What is right? The right thing is not to multiply. And we could also say that what is right is not to nullify. So we don't need to multiply, we don't need to have so many people on Earth. And at the end, they are kind of combining both ideas. We don't need to multiply as a species, and we don't need to nullify, we don't need to kill each other. So we don't need so many people, because too many people cause other problems. One of them is genocide, one of them is violence. So we have many different groups, there are conflicts, and they try to nullify each other. This interpretation, in my opinion, would be their view, their intention, the band's intention. They could be against overpopulation, and they are obviously against genocide, and they talk about it all the time, specifically about the Armenian genocide, because they are Armenian. If we invert the ideas here, the first part being about immigration and the second part being about abortion, it could be a conservative view, for example. If the first interpretation would be Serge Tankian's view, a more left-wing view, the second could be a more right-wing conservative view. But a mix of both interpretations is also possible. The first and the second parts could be about overpopulation and abortion, or the first could be about immigration and the second about genocide. But in my opinion, these different combinations wouldn't make much sense considering who wrote the lyrics. They talk about genocide, different conflicts, so I think it would make much more sense to say that the first part is basically stop overpopulation, and the second part would be they saying stop violence, stop genocide. That's why the song is about what happens if we multiply too much, overpopulation. And the general feeling that humans are the problem, you and me included. That's why he screams, die. We all should die. We are the cause of these problems. And at the beginning I said that their titles usually don't appear in the lyrics. And in this case, X really doesn't appear in the lyrics. But let's see if it's true. X in mathematics is the symbol for multiplication. And he's talking about multiplication. So when they say multiply, we don't need to multiply. It's X here. But X can also mean to cross out, to nullify. That's why they say we don't need to nullify. So in this sense, the title appears in the lyrics more than once, when they talk about multiplication and when they talk about nullification. In other songs, it usually doesn't appear. Even if it's indirect, it happens here. That's it, that was the analysis. Let me know in the comments below what is your opinion about the lyrics. If you liked this video, give it a like so it can spread to more people who like System of a Down lyrics. You can watch more videos like this in the playlist, in the comment fixed below, or in the description of the video. And let me know in the comments below what should be the next lyrics analyzed. If you would like to support my work here, you can subscribe and consider becoming a patron. With just $1, it would help me a lot to keep doing more videos like this. That's it, thanks for watching, and ciao!